Hey YouTube, Mr. KD here. The one munching down on the performance nut butter, Keto Diamond. So, got a lot to talk about. Before we get into it, like, subscribe,
share, and ring his bell.
ring that bell. So, you're not going to share?
Nope.
See how she does.
Mm-hmm.
You wonder why I got issues.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, this
Mine.
time, y'all. Okay, so, well, most of you already know we haven't been to the gym since last week. We're not going today. There's just been some issues going on, medical issues,
A lot of pain.
vacation. And of course, we got to work out on that. I mean, that was probably more workout than we do at the gym.
By far.
And a lot of walking up hills and mountains. And it was very enjoyable, every minute of it. But let's get into what's going on. Alright, so most of you know I have a pinched nerve in my lower back. With the workouts that I'm doing at the gym, with the medication I take, which is Tramadol, the pain is very, very manageable. Sometimes not even existent. Well, I got low on my medication Thursday. I had only 3 pills left. And like I always do, I go to Walmart, let them know I need a prescription, but the way my prescription works, they got to call the doctor, and the doctor okays it, and then they fill it. Went Friday to pick it up. We were going out of town on Friday. Wasn't ready. Still hadn't gotten approved. Okay, well, so I went without my medication on the trip. Come back Sunday, stop off at Walmart, try to get my medication, because I knew I was going to need it Monday, because I just spent the whole weekend walking around without it. Still not ready. Still wasn't approved. So I tried to go to work Monday. I made it to about 9 o'clock, and I said, oh, wait, that's it for me. And I left. Couldn't do it. So we spent all day Monday trying to get my prescription filled. And it was a back and forth battle. Call Walmart. Walmart says, has it been approved? Call your doctor. Call the doctor. Says, you just had one filled on the 10th. No, I didn't. I'm just now trying to fill it for this month, and it's the 24th. Call Walmart. Well, the last one we're showing that you had filled was the 10th.
Of January.
Of January. Call my doctor. Well, I don't know what he said the second time.
The doctor kept saying that he'd had it filled on the 10th of February, while the pharmacy said it was the 10th of January. And I finally had to call the pharmacy and ask them if they could fax over the refill again, the refill request again, and include this time that they have not filled it since January the 10th, and they did.
And then finally it got filled.
This
I
morning.
should not have to go through this to get medication that I clearly need. Now, they made me feel like I was a dopehead.
Yeah.
But mind you, I have not filled my medication since the 10th of January, and it's only a 30-month supply, and it is the 24th of February. Huh?
You said 30 months, it's 30 days.
No, 30 day. Y'all know what I mean. It's a 30-day supply. And I'm supposed to take 2 a day, and this lasted me to the middle of the month. So clearly I don't take them every day. I only take them when I need them, mainly on the days I got to go to work. The weekend, if I can sit down, I don't feel like I need it. But since I can't sit down at my job, I need it. And, but it's filled now. I should be okay to go back to work tomorrow. And we'll probably will go to the gym tomorrow if her legs is filling up to it.
They're feeling better, much better.
So,
when we first got back from the mountains, I couldn't hardly walk. I mean, I was literally doing the penguin dance. And it was hilarious. But my calves were so tight, they would not flex or bend at all.
She took the wrong shoes. They wasn't bad. What she's wearing right now, they're flat boots with the boots with no grip on them.
Slick heels, slick bottoms.
I don't know what she was thinking, knowing you're going to the mountains.
I was thinking my ass was going to be in the room.
Well, I was thinking the same thing too, but still we was going to the mountains, and I would have took some tennis shoes or some hiking boots at least.
Oops.
But she learned a lesson.
I did.
And then that's why her calves bothered her so much. I don't think it would have bothered her nowhere near as bad.
My butt cheeks hurt too.
Well, that's from walking up hills.
My thighs, my hips,
But
my butt
without
cheeks.
the training at the gym, she wouldn't be able to do it at all.
No, that did definitely help a
So-
lot. Walking 40 minutes a time, 3 miles an hour on that treadmill.
Now, we also found out Friday, because I had a doctor appointment for another reason, that I had mental issues. Nothing major, nothing psychotic or nothing like that. It's just little things that I make into big things, and that I had no control over, and was driving her nuts with, literally nuts, and to the point where she'd be screaming mad. And it's not that I didn't feel sorry about it, or I just was nothing I could do about it. It's like, for instance, I don't know. Let's just make something up here. She wants to dye her hair pink. Let's just say, and let's say I have an issue with it. I don't want her to dye her hair pink. Which, I mean, in reality, no, I wouldn't, because I love the way her hair is. Just like when she had it cut, I loved the way it was long. Is it a big deal? No, of course it ain't. It's immature. It's her body, and she's free to do what she wants. But because of how my issue works, I would not be able to let it go. And I would want to talk about it every single day.
All day. Not joking. Every minute, all day.
Nothing I could do about it. Even I could tell myself over and over, this is stupid. I shouldn't be upset about this. But my mind would just get stuck on it and dwell on it and nothing else. I could think of nothing else. And it turns out, the doctor thinks I do have a issue that...
OCD and control.
Yeah. And he said, it's nothing you could really do about it. I couldn't help it. As much as I could fight it, I couldn't help it. And so they got me on some medication. It seems to be working. We won't know for sure really until I actually get to work, because that's usually when my mind starts getting stuck on stuff. When I'm around her, it's not so bad because she can pull me away from it. But when I'm away from her, it gets worse because I'm not around her, and I ain't got her support.
And then the text messages start.
Yeah. But so far.
So far, so good. It's been great. The last, 4 days? You've been very calm, very mellow. Nothing's really bothered you a
I
whole
probably
lot.
figured a lot of times when she's been on her channel talking about how stressed she is, it was me. I'm not gonna lie. It is me. And it's not that I was intentionally trying to stress her out, or that I was intentionally pissed off about anything. I'd be sitting there telling her, honey, I'm not mad, but I can't help it. I'm not upset, but I can't help it.
If you have a conversation with somebody all day for days on end about the exact same topic, going around in a circle about it, I guarantee eventually you're going to flip your lid too. And that's pretty much what would happen, is he would just want to talk about it just constantly. There would be nothing else on his mind, no other agenda, couldn't eat, didn't want to think about nothing else, just that. And eventually I'd be like, I just want to claw my head off. Will you please stop? And it wouldn't stop. And so we talked to the doctor, and like I said, they did give him a medication, but he's also going to get to see somebody.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I had something I don't talk about a lot, but I had a pretty rough childhood, and that's where a lot of it comes from. Abandonment issues. My mom left me when I was 3. I didn't know my dad until I was 8. He was abusive. I mean, up to a certain point. Not over the top abusive, but more than most dads should be.
He was mostly raised by his great-grandmother and his great-grandfather.
And I guess that's put a lot of issues on me that I never recognized, and it's hard to talk about, but I don't know what to say about it. But at least she understands now. When I told her I can't help it, she understands now that I really, really couldn't help it. It was just out of my control.
It's been going on for so long, though, that my brain I couldn't take it anymore. I couldn't function on that level anymore. And it started sparking almost daily arguments or more. And it was too much. So hopefully this will make things a lot calmer, a lot less stressful, and just better all the way around. Especially when he gets to talk to somebody and actually work out some of those issues. I think talking to this person will help him immensely. I really do.
I hope so.
I think she can help you.
Right now, like this, what they got me on is Zoloft. Well, I got the generic version, but still Zoloft. And what I can tell, the way my mind usually works is, I can be thinking about something, and you could be telling me something, and I can perfectly understand both of us, like what's going through my head and what you're telling me. But now it's like she can be talking to me and I can see something on the wall that just sparks my interest, and I'll be like, oh, what'd you
Squirrel.
say? What'd you say? So I mean, that will be an issue, but just a minor one. She's just gonna have to recognize that, hey,
He wasn't paying me any
I might have
attention.
been
Is what it was.
might have been tuning you out by accident. Yeah.
But you know, it's perfectly normal. I mean, we all tune somebody out, like if they're talking a lot. That's normal.
So I've never been that way. If you talk to me, I hear you. And it don't even matter if you look like I'm paying you any attention, I hear you. But now, if I look like my eyes is rolling around somewhere,
If he's playing his phone game, he has no idea what the hell I'm saying. Which is not necessarily a bad thing because I talk a lot.
but it seems to be working out a lot. And that's a good thing.
It's been nice and calm for the last 4 days so far.
I really hate stressing her out like that. But like I said, it was really, really out of my control. It did not matter that I don't know, like let's say if I had an issue with something she told me at work, and on the way home I'm sitting there telling myself, I mean literally, the whole ride home, I'm not mad about this. There's no reason to argue about it. There's no reason to say anything about it. And as soon as I walk in the house, I'd be like,
you know what? I didn't like what you said.
it's just literally, it was nothing I could do. And like she said, being able to talk to the therapist and the medication, hopefully I'll be able to come off the medication just talking to the therapist. They can help me work through the issues and give me techniques that I can use instead of taking this medication. I don't really like relying on it. I don't like my back medication. I don't like this. I don't like to be relying on anything that you have to pop. And I know a lot of y'all the same way don't want to be a pill popper.
Yeah. And I don't blame him for that. Not at all. I wouldn't want him to live on pills if he doesn't have to. If there's a way that they can do it through talking things out and like you said, skill sets or something like that. I am just fine with that, and I can work with that, and I can understand that. I need the daily battle to stop. That's all.
I love her immensely, and like I told her, and the reason I finally went and done this, there was nothing I wouldn't do to prove my love to her. I understood, that maybe I did have an issue, so I went ahead and talked to my doctor, and yeah, you definitely got an issue. He's like, we'd give him a scenario, he's like, well, that don't make sense, right? I was like, yeah, I know it don't make sense, but I couldn't help it. And be like her trip, for instance. I'd be like, I want you to go and have a good time. Don't even think about me. But then in my head, I'm like, and then be like, that don't make sense. Well, yeah, I know, but still, I couldn't help it.
Well, one example was all the time when I go to get us something to eat or go to cook. What do you want to eat? I don't know. I don't care. You pick. I pick. I bring back. He's like, why did you bring me this? Because you eat it sometimes when you go there.
And now she's realizing it wasn't that I was upset about that. It's just my mind got stuck on that, and I couldn't let it go.
And it would drive me literally nuts.
And it was just nothing I could do. I mean, literally nothing. So, and now I've noticed, when she says something I disagree with, my mind pops on it for a second. I'm like, and then it'll go through my mind. I work it out. Be like, that's fucked up. You know what? I really don't care. Fuck it. And that's the end of it.
Strong language warning. Hey, I was high up in the air when I was cussing the other day. There's a difference.
Damn it.
He's bad. He's sorry.
But it is what it is. And hopefully this will straighten everything out.
I hope it
But
make
now, on to some happier things. We are planning on going to the gym tomorrow and getting back on track. We've got a lot of stuff planned in the future.
Hopefully.
I have explained to her that there's no reason why we can't go where we want, when we want. We don't have
children.
any more responsibilities other than our bills, and I make plenty enough to pay for the bills. And then some. Now, we can't go crazy. The trip's got to be cheapish.
Well planned and cheap.
Either cheap or well planned. And what I mean by well planned, if we want to go, let's say, to New Orleans, it's not a problem. You just got to break it down into months. Pay for the room 1 month. Sit away the gas money for the next month. And then the third month, go. Stuff like that.
You got enough food money.
It's just got to be planned. But going around, let's say, 2 or 3 states over that I can drive, or we can drive together in a day and get back in a day, then you can make a weekend trip out of that for $300-400. And there's no reason why we can't see the world a little bit at a time.
We can see our local part of the world a little bit at a time. Anyway.
And I'm 42, she's 41.
And I got no interest
We
in
ain't
getting on a
getting any
plane.
younger, and we've barely been out of North Carolina. It's time to stretch our legs.
Yeah. That for anybody who doesn't know, that was our first trip out of North Carolina, and our first trip away from our children. The first vacation, we didn't take the kids with us.
To be honest with you,
I missed them like crazy.
it was probably the first vacation that we both was just absolutely in love with and had the best time we have ever
We
had.
did. There was very
I
little
mean,
stress,
we've been to
very
the
little
beach.
struggle.
We've been to the beach several times. We've been,
About 6 years ago was the last time we went to the beach, though.
but I mean that's the only place we've ever been, the beach.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we went to Blue Ridge Parkway, but we drove up there and drove home.
Yeah, it was a drive-through day. We just kind of drove up there,
And-
rode through, and came back.
But
North Carolina.
Gatlinburg was easily my best vacation ever, even though it was only for the weekend. And we've had ones where we stayed gone for the whole week, but this was phenomenal. And I loved it immensely, and I want to do a lot more stuff like that with her. Just me, her. It don't even matter. Like I've told her, I'm looking at some places in Virginia where it's just a cabin. This just sounds great to me. Just a cabin, me, her.
I require bathtub, hot water, and lights.
Oh, some of the ones I got Bear Club. Bathtub.
Bear Club bathtubs?
Bear Claw.
Bear Claw bathtubs or Lion's Foot bathtubs. They had different names for them, but yeah.
Some of them have them.
I'll take those. I love those.
To me, it doesn't matter what we do. It's the sights you see. It's the smells you smell. It's the company you have, the talks you have. That was the most important thing about the trip to me is the discussions and seeing her smile and laughing and actually really truly be
He liked
happy.
me picking up rocks out of the river. He thought
that
it was
tickled
adorable.
me pink. It was the cutest thing I've ever seen. It warmed my heart greatly.
I'm weird. I have a.
She has a lot of little.
rocks.
She is weird. She has a lot of little weird quirks about her that if you saw it, you couldn't help but just giggle and be filled with joy just watching it. It reminds you of a little girl out there, you know, picking flowers.
I like flowers too, but I prefer rocks.
It's the cutest thing.
And
But
Chevrolets.
I might have my. I'm sure I have my little things I do that's kind of weird, but
Maybe, but most of our life you've spent it on the games. So I mean, I haven't gotten to see a whole lot.
well, you've seen a lot now. Yeah, I mean, I did get stuck on games.
Well, when he washes his car, it takes 3 hours. Does that count?
I care about my car, but I don't do that no more.
I'm so glad.
But
I
I
used
need
to
to.
hate that in the summertime. Be like, all right, we're going to the car wash. I was
No.
like, oh, we're gonna die.
The main reason I don't do that no more is because of my back.
Yeah,
That's not because I'm looking at my car and I cry because I haven't washed it in so long.
I'm okay with it. Just run it through one of the ones that and we're done.
But I took real good care of the car. And this one right here, it's probably about a year past the oil change.
Probably about a year past a car wash.
And I washed it last summer. It's my back keep.
Now, if you talk about my trucker blazer, that ain't unusual. It might be 2-3 years for us to wash one of them, but they're not pretty, they're not new, and I'm not making payments, so you know.
But I just figured y'all deserved a little update. I plan to try to do more vlogs, even if I don't go to the gym. Because I apologize. I do like doing them every day, and not doing them every day, y'all kind of get lost to where we're at, and I get lost where we're at. Like what day is this? What fitness day? Like if I'm thinking this is fitness day 53, but I ain't even sure.
What sleep night is it?
Sleep.
I'm just joking. Sleepy.
But so that's just a little insight into what's going on in our lives and what has been going on and how it has improved. And we'll keep you updated with what's going to happen with the therapist. Well,
Good.
she'll talk a little bit about it on her channel probably, which I've given her the okay to do, which ain't my place to tell her what she can and can't talk about. But if it's about me, I have a little bit to say. At least I should. And I mean, everything's looking 10 times better than it did last week.
Yeah.
And
I'm okay with peaceful, calm joy. That's what I want. How
that's
about
all.
y'all?
That's all I want to. And hopefully with this medication, I won't get stuck on something because I mean, everybody's got issues with something.
Well, I mean, you're gonna have an issue with something here and there.
But
That's
the
just
normal person can say what they got to say about it and move on. And I could not,
and don't have them on a daily basis.
unless that person keeps doing things you got issue with. But then you need to have a talk about why you keep doing things you have issues with. But that's a discussion when that happens, not a discussion when it's just not an issue. And when it's not an issue, she doesn't do a lot of things I don't disagree with. There might be a disagreement with how she's doing it, but not why or,
My feet hurt.
hold you.
Yeah, scared me. Wait, no, you're back. You big dummy.
All right. So, if you liked everything I said and you can agree or you can relate, give this video a thumbs up. Hit that bell so you can find out how things goes from here on out. Maybe see my body change if I ever can get back to the gym.
that's
See her slim
bit.
down a little bit more, but you can see that over on her channel.
Called me fat.
No,
I am. Look at that belly.
I'm calling you
You
beautiful.
can't see it.
She's beautiful. And check the descriptions for some info, emails, KetoDiamond.com, performance nut butters, some Orgain protein powder, and my Facebook if you want to add me.
Can we go to the store?
Yeah. All right. So, y'all people have a blessed day. We'll see y'all tomorrow.